Hello friends and welcome to another game of Mahjong. Obviously still with the table. I'm very proud still of this mat. I just can't get over this. It just feels so much nicer. But yeah, today we're just gonna play a nice quick round of Mahjong. So we're just gonna fairly scramble all of these tiles. Alright. I actually had an idea for like a YouTube video to make, but it is incredibly difficult to get good angles when you're either only recording with one hand or you have like a cheap camera stand holder to work with. Very well. It's a nice building ASMR. Ooh, nice. I felt confident and it worked. I was able to put the wall on top of the other one fully. Wow, and then I don't think you can see it on camera, but I immediately flipped over some tiles accidentally. I'm still getting used to the playing mat. But I can undoubtedly say it is incredibly nice. I never thought building the wall in Mahjong could be fun. But it is fun when you actually have a wall to place it up against and just let the tiles slide. Nice. And last but not least, the final wall. That was very close. Alright, let's roll some dice. Put the compass in the middle. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Dora is the east wind, which is coincidentally our wind. 5, 6, 7. And here we have the dead wall. So the reason I'm actually dealing out tiles for the players that are actually not playing is just so even when I'm playing by myself, the game is still heavily based on luck. If I just completely play by myself, a win is pretty much guaranteed. But if I, like, these three players are essentially more dead walls. But it's like in a game of Mahjong, another player might have exactly what you need to win the game. And if they need it themselves to win, they're obviously not gonna let go of that tile. So it is kind of just to make it a little bit more realistic. Alright, let's zoom back in so the quality looks a bit better, and let's look at our hand. I'm seeing a lot of winds in our hand, and I don't know how I feel about it yet. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, have a look. I mean, this hand is definitely looking interesting. We probably are going to have to play around. We cannot really discard these wins since we have so many of them. So when I'm looking at this hand, we do have a really nice 7-8 shape back here, but depending on the tiles that we're going to draw in a second, this does look like a half flush to me. So let's just see. I'm going to discard this 9 because it seems pretty irrelevant. And let's just look where the tiles guide us. A 2. I do not think we need this 2. So we're going to discard it. Easy. A 7. So now this is looking a bit different, because now we not only have a good 7-8 shape, but now we also have a 5-7 shape, which is pretty good. A lot of the 6s have been discarded already. So I actually think I'm going to discard the 8 of circles. Why am I not discarding any of my honor tiles? Just like I said before, because I just have so many, and if I already have, like, I have 2 pairs of the west and the north wind, so I might pull into more, and I could go for something, you know? You never know. So now we have pulled a winter tile, In my rule set, what you can do with this is you say Toki, and you just, whoops, sorry, and you just openly put this next to your hand, and you can draw another tile. So now this tile will actually give you an extra point at the end of the game. So this is very nice. We just pulled a 9 of characters. So now we've actually completed the 7, 8, 9 shape. I think the best discard is actually either the red dragon or the south wind. I'm going to discard the south wind just because, I mean, I can do more if I pull into a red dragon. So we just pulled into another west wind, which is definitely interesting. I don't really know where this hand is going, but I do think I should discard the red dragon here. So we did just pull into another south wind, but I'm not too salty about it because another south wind got discarded last round, and I am collecting a lot of other winds right now. Getting a triplet, pulling a triplet off the north wind is a bit difficult, just because you know, we have 2 of them, and the Dora indicator also has 1 of them. That means there's only 1 last north wind in the game. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I don't think we want this. I'm gonna be honest. It is tempting, especially, but actually I think I will. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to fly too close to the sun. I'm still waiting on the day I get a Yakuman. Who knows? I did get a Yakuman in Mahjong Soul one time, the big 3 dragons, which was pretty cool. But it would be nice to get a Yakuman in real life with the real tiles. We're not really pulling, whoops. We're not really pulling anything good at the moment, or at least nothing that is advancing our hand. So we could technically, so this is interesting. We could technically chi the 6 that just was discarded, but obviously we wouldn't have a Yaku because we have all these wins, but none of them are ours. I'm gonna draw again. So what's the plan here? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 shapes in this hand. I think this north wind is going to be used as our pair, and we are 1 tile away from Tempai. A 6 of bamboo, or a 2, or a 3 of circles would get us into Tempai. So we are hoping for that, but we are just kind of getting a lot of the tiles we don't need. Yet again, we do not need a 1, because we still need the 3 anyways, so it doesn't matter to keep the 1. Yeah, we're not really making progress here. One of the 3s I need just was discarded. Now it's a 4. another 6 has been discarded. And we pull another 4, which is very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. Oops. Okay, very interesting. We pull a 2, which is very good, because the 2 actually puts us into Tenpai. Let's look at the table. So 2 6s have been discarded. So I do think this is not the worst riichi call, especially because a 6 was discarded recently. In a game with real players, people are more likely to discard tiles that have been discarded fresher instead of way before. So we call riichi, we discard the tile sideways, and now we are waiting on a 6 of bamboo. Yes, that's a red 5. Can't do anything with that, especially because we called riichi. Sadly, this is starting to look like an exhaustive draw, because the wall is starting to reach its end. And just like that, we are in Tenpai. We are waiting on the on the 6 of bamboo. I want to just by the way, I forgot to put the riichi stick inside, so probably should do that next time. I would like to see what the Uradora would have been. The Uradora would have been a 1 of bamboo, so we wouldn't have gotten anything out of that. This hand would have literally just been riichi and red 5. I would get quite a few mini points for the 2 closed triplets, but that's about it. This hand wasn't really anything to write home about, and I don't want to end a video on an exhaustive draw, so I'm just going to rebuild the wall and we'll see each other in a second. And we are back. The wall is scrambled, and we're going to just roll the dice, see what happens. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Dora is the 1 of characters. I always like rolling a 7, because when you roll a 7 and you break the wall to expose the dead wall, you actually don't have to move anything else, because the dead wall is 7 tiles, 7 stacks long. And we go back, zoom in. Let's see what we got. Very interesting. Very interesting. Actually, I'm gonna think about this hand for a sec and drink some water. Alright. So this hand doesn't look horrible. We do have some... Oh, by the way, we need to... Since there was an exhaustive draw and I wasn't tenpai, we have to increase the Ren counter by 1. Alright. So this hand doesn't look horrible. We do have 2 green dragons, which is nice. We do have a 3, 4, 5. If we get another 5, we will have our pair and a mild. And I do like these 2 4s. However, this 2, 6, 9 shape and these 2 floating non-relevant wind tiles something that we don't want to see. But let's just try and make this work. I think we start by discarding some wind tiles we don't need. So that's what we like to see. I'm going to discard the south wind. That's also very nice. I'm going to discard the 9. So now if we do get a 2, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. And then we can maybe discard one of the 5s. Like not the red one, the normal one. So we have a pair here. I'm not sure if I would pawn a green dragon, or at least the first one. Alright, so I could open up my hand now. Which would be interesting. I think I'm going to open up my hand because I'm pretty sure I'm going to pawn the green dragon. Nice. I wanted to switch up the camera angle. So first of all, you can see the Ren counter, and now you can also see all of the tiles that I have cheat or pawned. And we are going to discard the 2. So this is nice. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes in total. This is starting to look good. We transformed a meh hand into a okay hand. So a 5 has been discarded. We could pawn here, but I don't think we want to do that because pawning the 5 would destroy the 3, 4, 5 shape. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I don't think we need it. We don't need a 6. We also don't need a 7. So now this is a good. You just got a 4 of characters. Which means if we discard the 5 of bamboo, we are in tenpai waiting on the green dragon and the green dragon only. because we can't run off the 4 since we don't have a yaku. So here we call riichi. We discard the tile sideways. We take our 1000 point stick. We insert it in the middle. So now all we have to do is hope. Luckily this is a pretty early riichi call. So the chances of me getting the tile I need is pretty high. So let's hope. That's a red 5. Sadly, we cannot accept this red 5 since we have called riichi. If I think about it, maybe not calling riichi would have been a good play since the hand is not really worth anything. This hand is currently worth, if we win on the green dragon, which is... See now this is how you can tell that I'm tired. Because I just called riichi with an open hand. This is something that does not work. This also means we could have accepted the 5. However, I am not going to take it back. I'm going to have to live with my stupidity. I messed up and there's nothing I can do about it. Sucks to suck. However, it is still the case that we can only win with the green dragon. And just like that, run. Our stupidity still worked out in the end. Here is our tile that we run. Now let's calculate the points. So now we obviously have a yakuhai, which is 1 han, a red 5, which is another han. And I think that's pretty much it. I do believe that we get, I do think we get 2 fu for waiting on a honor tile, if I'm not mistaken. But that's also pretty much it. Like we don't get fu for waiting on an honor tile, we get the mini points for waiting on one tile, like specific tile. It wasn't a double-sided wait. And we do not get any points for our pair. So this is a clean 2 han, 30 fu hand. I don't know how much that is at the moment, so I'm going to get the chart. Alright, let's look at this. I do think it's nice that they gave you a chart for the scoring with the table set. However, sadly, excuse me. It sadly doesn't work as well as I hoped it does. But here I have a chart on my phone. So now we can see a 30 fu 2 han ron as the dealer is 2,900 points plus the 1 ren counter is 3,200 points. So don't mind if I do. I will just grab myself my points. Very nice. That's pretty much it. I hope this was enjoyable. It was definitely nice. It's just something to, I guess, listen to in the back. And Mahjong is just a chill game in general. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.